Hey everyone, this is Roldy here with week 3 of the YouTuber PvP Championship. This week I'm against the great Purple Kyogre, and he's running Scrafty, Cofagrigus, Meganium, Wigglytuff, Empoleon, Tropius, Unova, Stunfisk, and Zvilas. When I was looking at his team, I guess the big weakness, I saw that maybe I can do really well with Alolan Grimer. So let's see if I decide to use it. And I don't actually remember the battles that much because it was actually we battled maybe a week ago. So let's see how it goes. Let's get into these battles right away. So first up, I'm running Machamp against, and then Unova Stunfisk. Actually, it's pretty good because my backline is very weak to Unova Stunfisk as I'm running Grimer and Pidgeot in the back. So this is actually a really good lead. This is where I want to see the Unova Stunfisk. Decides to throw a Mud Bomb. I did debate catching a Mud Bomb, but I was like, no, it's not worth it because he could be throwing discharges as well. But he's throwing a Mud Bomb. I do have to invest a shield, but I do leave with a lot of energy here. He brings in Cofagrigus. This is pretty good, as I can then bring in my Pidgeot and either debuff. Oh, I decided to switch into Grimer right away. It's pretty nice. And again, I probably did that because I know that Unova Stunfisk is the biggest counter to Alolan Grimer, and Grimer can beat most of his team except Empoleon. So that explains why I did the aggressive swap there, because I knew there wouldn't be a hard counter in the back. And if he is running Empoleon, I wanted to bait it out. It also would have been terrible if Empoleon was against my back line. So this is pretty easy win here at the end because Pidgeot's just a big wall to Cofagrigus. All right, so first battle in my favor, GG. Get some friendship with Purple Kyogre. So next, I decided going with Pidgeot. Same team, but Pidgeot lead because like maybe he's not gonna bring Stunfisk anymore. And Pidgeot also has a good lead against a lot of his Pokemon, except for Unova Stunfisk. Actually has a decent lead against everything except Empoleon and Unova Stunfisk because he has a good lead against Scrafty. He has a good lead against Cofagrigus, Meganium, and Tropius. So Pidgeot and Grimer actually, and all those Pokemon also lose to Grimer. So and Wigglytuff. So the only thing I really got to look out for is Unova Stunfisk and Empoleon, and Machamp is my best answer to that. So let's see if I counter down what I do here. So I decide to shield. No, I let it go. Throws a Shadow Ball. Decide to. So again, I am at a shield disadvantage, and I lost the lead, so this is not looking pretty good here. Throws a discharge. I decided to shield so I can debuff it. Not sure if that was the best move, but at this point, I feel like I'm stuck in a hard place because, yeah, there's not much that Pidgeot can do against either Pokemon, Empoleon, or Unova Stunfisk. Same thing with Grimer. So I kind of needed to align the team really well there. Had I brought in the Machamp in the lead, it would have been similar to the first battle where I anticipated there might be an Empoleon in the back, and I would have had to save the Machamp. Maybe it makes more sense to have brought in like a Hypno with Thunder Punch and Ice Punch. I think that's what I was running on the Hypno this round. For sure it was running Thunder Punch, and I think it was Ice Punch for the Stunfisk. Would have been a little bit more neutral. It was risky here because it is very dependent here on who wins the lead. If we're looking at this current lineup. So let's see if we decide to switch it up completely on the game 3. So I lose the second game. Again, I'm best out of 3. This is week 3. I've already lost the first 2 matches. First against Pokédex and the second against Ottawa. So week 3, I mean, it's still a slim chance that I will even make it to the out of the group stage. I would have to win this match and like 5-0 so tactical. So we'll see if that That's a ooh, highly unlikely. All right, so I get think a good lead here. I mean, I have Night Slash, which I can outpace the Cofagrigus, and I end up catching what I hope is a Shadow Ball here. So let's see if that was good. And I do catch the Shadow Ball, so that was nice. But again, I'm still doing ineffective damage back. So now I'll see if he's running Dark Move or a Psychic. So he's running Psychic. And I'm going to throw the Bulldoze here. This should take out the Cofagrigus, I believe. Because I have a more attack weighted Vigoroth. Mine's pretty bad. All right, so what else am I running? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, I'm running Grimer, and okay, so I'm gonna have to bring in the Sand Slash here, which is actually not bad. I just gotta hope that whatever's in the back is weak to Grimer. As long as it's not Empoleon, I am good. Because everything else on his team loses to Alolan Grimer. Actually, just but it is Empoleon. So I'm gonna bait here and hope to get a shield. Hopefully he shields. He does. I bring in Grimer because it's pretty useless. So my only really win condition here is to get the debuff. And because these poison jabs are double resisted, and if I can get the debuff, maybe there's some play here. But he lets it go. It does a lot of damage. That might have been my win condition there. Because the Sand Sludge is actually pretty low, so it kind of worked out that he let that crunch go through. I think that was the deciding factor of who won the game. Yeah, so I think, he realizes that his team's pretty weak to Alolan Grimer. So there will be a Stunfisk and Empoleon in every match, as Wigglytuff and the grass types are not going to do very well. So here, thankfully, it's spammy enough that I get to the move first, and I'm able to take out the Unova Stunfisk. Again, I think had he shielded that crunch, might have gone a little bit different there. Decide to go Fighter Double Flyer here. Very ballsy. I need to win one more to win the match. Let's see how it goes. Wigglytuff against my champ, not a great lead. I go into the aggressive Drifblim, and I guess the goal is to bait out the Stunfisk, which I did, because Drifblim still has a decent play against Stunfisk. Drifblim, again, is probably my favorite Pokemon, and it's so versatile in Ultra and Great League, because even against its hard counters, like, it does a lot of work with this Icy Wind debuff. You invest the shield, and now, I'm going to start to slowly, not outpace it, but at least be able to slowly chip it down more than it could chip me down because of the debuffs. So here I should survive with a little bit of health, and I should have just enough to take it out. So I could win switch here, which would be ideal. I do. He lets it go. So now I can bring in my Pidgeot on the Wigglytuff and see what is in the back. He is not switching out, so that makes me think that there might not be a Unova Stunfisk. I mean, obviously there is no Unova Stunfisk. There might not be an Empoleon, but there is an Empoleon in the back. So what I do is I debuff it, and I'm just going to have to farm this all the way down. I have to shield this because, again, the Wigglytuff is going to be farming with Charm anyways, so I have to shield that. The goal is to get to 2 cross chops. I am able to deny the Charm there, which is nice. Risky, though, but here I can actually just farm down. So I think he needed to shield that as well, but I don't think it mattered at that point. So I won the match, which is very nice, very relieving. We have one more battle left, and I go with the same team. Fighter Double Flyer at this point. Let's see how it goes. Fighter Double Flyer, again, it's my signature team that I like to run typically in most leagues, except for Master League. I haven't made a really good Fighter Double Flyer team yet, but a lot of times I try to hit legend with fighter double flyers using Drifblim. All right, so again, Drifblim actually ends up being a pretty decent Unova Stunfisk counter, especially because he's running Mudshot. So that was another reason I decided to bring in Drifblim into the matches towards the end, because since he was running Mudshot, I am not getting any damage from the fast moves. So I'm only supposed to shield the first one, and then I can outpace with slow debuffs. So let's see if actually it might beat me here. Domino's rewards are here. Important message. Might have distracted me, but Machamp will farm down. And then we have the Wigglytuff again. And this time I didn't bring Grimer. It looks like you brought the same exact team too, so I wasn't sure if it was the same lead, but the same team. And here we're just gonna have to have Machamp do the rest of the work. I'm gonna let this go, and this is actually risky, but this is gonna require a double cross chop. Oh, I'm able to farm down just in time. I have 2 cross chops. I gotta make sure I deny this. I should be okay because I have a shield anyways, and I don't think anything went through. Nothing went through there. Let's see if this is enough. I should survive one more charm either way, but that's a GG. So I'm able to take week 3. So at least if I do not make it out of the group stage, at least I won 1 match, which is pretty good. But thank you, Purple Kyogre, for the battles. Again, he's an amazing content creator, so make sure you check him out. Obviously, if you're watching me, you're probably already subscribed to him. But he's awesome, and I'll see everybody in week 4. I'm not sure actually if I have a bye next week, but my next opponent will be Though Technical, and then I either get a bye on the 5th week or on the 4th week. I'll find out soon. And don't forget to check out the Well Alerts podcast. We have a new episode dropping today as well. Check us out in the description below. I'll see you all next time.